It was recording. Okay,
You're
now.
recording now.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to Dream Tuesday. I am Carol Bishop Hauk, and last week I was Teresa, so I have changed my name, changed my hair color, and ready to go. So welcome to our Dream Struck Tuesday. Tonight we're going to talk about annual sales. Oh my gosh, I'm going to take my sunglasses off because I keep seeing that. It's weird. Annual sales and annual mentor. So we are nearing the final. This Friday is the last day to qualify for this year's annual sales and annual mentor. Anybody here got annual sales? Raise your hands so I can see. Some people do. Shannon, Karen has it. Let's see. Danielle, yes. Good job, everybody. I'm scrolling through. Amanda, keep your hands up. I know it's weird, but I can't see everybody all at once. Amanda Morgan, all right. Great job, Tori Benitez, yay. Okay, congratulations to everyone who has earned it. Well, guess what? The fat lady hasn't sung yet, so there is still time for you to get in and earn annual sales because you have till Friday. So don't stop now, keep going. And you can check the workstation and see how close you are. Annual mentor is a lot harder to earn. You must have 14 certified consultants that you have personally sponsored. And so that one is really, really hard to get. But there are some people, anybody on here earn annual mentor? Raise your hand. Anybody earned annual mentor? See, not so many hands on this one. Let's see. I don't see any hands yet. Okay, well, that's okay. That's why we're here tonight, because starting May 1st, we start the new year of the annual awards that you can earn. So we want to talk to you tonight about how do you do this? How do you earn for next year? Because guess what? It's okay if you didn't earn this year. Now you can start fresh for next year, and you're going to start on Saturday morning and hit the ground running. And that's why we are here to talk to you guys tonight about that. So annual sales, what is it? How do you earn it? That is 30,000 PRV, depending on where you live. If you're in another country, it's still PRV, doesn't matter. So 30,000 PRV. So if you live in the United States, pardon me, how do you guys eat an elephant? Throw it down in the chat. How do you eat an elephant? Does anybody know the answer to that? Or you can unmute yourself, really. It's fine. And tell me. Shout out the answer.
One bite at a time.
That's right. Oh, good job, Karen. It's my girl. She knows. I preach that all the time. One bite at a time. That's right. So, because, I'm an elephant in real life. No, I'm just kidding. So here we go. You take things one step at a time. So we've talked about annual sales. 30,000 seems like a very large number. If you take 30,000 and divide it by 12, it's $2,500 a month. Okay, for some of you, how many have $2,000 a month in sales every month? Raise your hand. Okay, quite a few of you. Some of you guys, I see you shaking your head no. And that is A-okay. Here's your goal, right? We're talking about goals. So if you take 2,500, we're just going to say 30 days in the month because some months have 28. Most of them have 30. Some have 31. Okay, so we're just going to take it and divide it by 30 days. That's $83.33 a day that you need to sell. So how do we sell $84 a day? Give me some examples. What would be $84 a day in Scentsy sales? What would you have to sell every single day to make $84 in sales?
3 bundles of wax.
3 bundles of wax. That's 75. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's 90 now. It used to be 75. I just totally reverted to old school pricing. Sorry. I've been a consultant for 15 years. Some things are really hard to break. So you're right, $90. So 3 6-packs of wax, 3 pods, three packs of pods, right, Jan? Yeah. 3 packs of pods is actually $150, right? I mean, so 9 pods would be $90 in sales. And so if you miss a day and you don't have $84 in sales, I mean, there's a bajillion. Keep going with the combos. So we've got a laundry love, 6-pack of wax, and a 3-pack of bulbs. Get creative, right? So when you're thinking about, do you post every day on Facebook? Do you post every day on Instagram? If you don't, that's something that you can start doing. And you can take all these combinations and work to sell $84 every single day based on your posting, based on your texting, following up with customers, come up with different packages that equal $84 or more every day. And because people love bottom line pricing. So if you have ever gone to the store and they're like, you get all these 3 items for this amount, do you appreciate that versus saying, you get this one for $5, this one for $8, and this one for another $5. You'd rather see this bundle as $18, right? So think about that. Your customer is the same way. You tell them how much it is. This is all you get, because people don't know individual prices. And how many people order online on our website and they add single bar to cart, okay? And they never take the multi-pack. So when you say, hey guys, I've got 6 bars today and it's $30, when they're used to adding to your cart and putting 6 bars in and paying $36, they're super thinking they're getting a great deal, right? Because now you've said it's 6 bars for 30, message me. And you can advertise that anywhere because that is a price everyone can advertise. So if you just bundle things together, take a fragrance flower, take a room spray, and what else can we bundle with that? That would be cute. And a bar. We'll just say a bar. That's 8, 14, and 16. That's a $30 package. A $30 gift item. You can tell them it's $30. You can promote that anywhere because it's not a personal special. If you want to knock down the price, which you don't have to because our product sells without a discount, you can do it privately. You can post privately or ask me about how much this bundle is. You can be very vague posting publicly. But if we're shooting for $84 a day in sales, you want to take and use your social media marketing to that advantage, okay? So we've got Bring Back My Bar in June. Scentsy Club is where people can get a discount on things. Scentsy Club is guaranteed money every month because they have a subscription. So there are so many ways for you to do this. But when you look at, this is how you break down $30,000. And I know each and every one of you can do it because Scentsy is a hot market. Scentsy is a hot item. We're selling things out. This doesn't count LTOs. When you think about LTOs and the, you know, the warmer that's going to sell out on Saturday, the warmer of the month, right? So you have to think about that doesn't count all this stuff, right? So think about how can I do LTOs in addition to what's in the catalog and make my business successful for this next year. And now I have a goal of this is what I'm going to break it down per day. And if I skip a day, well, I got to make it up, but I can make it up with Facebook parties. Home parties are now starting to be a thing. So think about sales. So I can talk about sales. I know Kelly can talk about sponsoring and the annual mentor award because that one, I have earned that one in the past, the first 4 years in my business. And then after that, I somehow made a switch and I have earned the annual sales every year since then. So for 9 years, I've earned annual sales every single year without fail, except for one. One year I was short because I had a surgery and I was high on pain meds and lost, anyway, I lost out where I was at. And of course, that's the year they start making stars of how many times you've earned it. And then I got reset to 0. So I was like really ticked, but it's okay because I've earned it again and I didn't let it go down, let it take me down. So you can have months where you're like, oh, not so great. But then you have months that are extremely stellar, like in the fall. A lot of times people do $4,000 or $5,000 in sales in the fall per month. And if you haven't ever done that, I'm just saying it's possible. It is absolutely 100% possible for you. Collect your customer names, collect information, and really work on mailing. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting all of my felt samples ready to go out in the mail to my customers so that they know what the scent of the month smells like next month. And I get sales every single time from those things. So Kelly, do you want to share?
Real quick, before we jump into Annual Mentor, I wanted to see if anyone knows, what do you earn? Put it in the chats. What do you earn when you earn annual sales? There's 2 major things that you get. So this is a little quiz, a little test to see if you were listening.
I didn't even say what it was.
All right.
So it's like,
okay.
Who knows? Who knows? But look, we got ring-a-ding winners here. Lots of people know what it means to earn. And so with that, as you can see in the chat, it's $1,000 bonus and an award. It's a charm and an award that comes in the mail. Do we get a charm? I think we get a charm. We used to get a charm.
Well, actually, no, I don't think we get a charm, but we
don't get a charm anymore. We just get this trophy.
Heavy award. This trophy, I felt like when I got it in the mail, it came in a black box with like silk inside. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm at the Grammys or the Oscars. I don't want to drop this, but it's very heavy. I have 5 of these and I should be receiving my 6th one this summer. So yeah, this alone is amazing, but the $1,000 check, or not check, but the $1,000 that gets deposited in your, what does it get deposited in, Carol? Your account portal? On your
pay portal?
Yeah, pay portal. Yes. The $1,000 that you get in your pay portal in the summer, you get it usually in June. And there's actually an audit process that comes with that. Scentsy is going to audit you because there are some rules, meaning they want to make sure that we get this award and the $1,000 in a very healthy way. Orville always says, spend family or Scentsy money on family and not family money on Scentsy. So sometimes people get to the end and they want it so bad that they don't make smart decisions, that they're like, I'm going to go ahead and put in a $2,000 order so I can get bragging rights, get this, and $1,000. And Scentsy will audit to make sure that you're doing things properly to protect you. And so I wanted to share that with you. This is really, really amazing. And you can put it in your office, put it in your house, or what have you. It's really great. But make sure, again, that you're mindful that there are rules that are attached to our businesses, that we need to conduct our businesses in a very healthy way. So we cannot bonus buy our way into earning this award. And also, you can't have other people, like if you're this close. I have someone right now who's Nancy Red is like 940 PRV away from earning it, and she's going to earn it. She'll earn it the right way. But what she can't do is have her BFF, Danielle or Brittany or whoever place orders on her website so that way they can help her. We all believe in cheering and helping each other on, but we have to do it in a very healthy, organic manner. So I wanted to put that out there so everyone is aware what you can earn and how to do it the legit way as well. So let's hand it off to Kelly, and then also Debbie is also an annual sales or annual mentor earner as well. Kelly.
Hi guys. So I will go into annual mentor. That was something that I started out my career with once I actually started working my business. So as Carol mentioned, it's 14 consultants from the time frame of May 1st to April 30th each year. You do have to get them certified, which is another huge challenge, because it's like if you had one, you know how difficult it is sometimes to help or coach somebody that, the little on top of my center thing. How hard it is to coach somebody to get certified that really doesn't want to get certified. So you have your interest in it because you're trying to achieve this award. And then you have somebody who joins basically to steal the kit, and they don't want to work their business. It's so frustrating, especially when Scentsy blesses us with a join opportunity and we have people come out of the woodwork that normally wouldn't. Some people may really surprise you and just do it on their own, and some maybe won't do anything. But Scentsy has blessed us with the flip a party option, which is something that we were not able to used to do. So with the flip a party option, it's made it way more easy that we can give them a discounted kit. And in some cases, if the rewards are at $500 or more, they can get a free kit, which is very appeasing to some people and makes the stretch to annual mentor just a little bit easier for us. So for the first 5 years that I started working my business, I earned the annual mentor award. I was like a recruiting machine, and I could not, for the life of me, figure out the annual sales. And so I kind of figured out that you were either a seller or you were a recruiter. And there was very few times that you were both, unless you were like a super mutant person. So I knew over the years that recruiting was something that naturally came easy. I can talk to people till I'm blue in the face. However, I didn't want to talk to people about selling something until one day I had a brainstorm happen, and it was, I don't have to sell. All I have to do is share. And when I switched my mindset from selling to sharing, it became way easier to conquer the sales demon that was inside of me saying, Kelly, you can't sell $30,000 a year. Last year, I was $7,000 away from annual sales award on April 24th. I had 7 days left. And for some crazy reason, I got it in my head that I was going to sell $7,000 in 7 days. And I got on Facebook and I started posting like a mad woman. And on April 30th of last year, I obtained the annual sales award for the first time. And at the beginning of April, I had given up. I had said there was no way in heck that I am going to sell $7,000 this month. I had never sold over 5,000 in a month ever. And now I'm in the last month, I'm in the final leg of the race. And for some reason, I waited till the last 7 days to get my button gear. And then I finally accomplished it. And last year, I did not get the annual mentor award, which was mind blowing for me. It was a hard year. I made up every excuse. I made up that my son was a baby, that COVID hit, nobody wants to join, but I had sponsored over 30 people last year and could not get 14 of them to certify. It just didn't make sense to me. So then this year, it was like, you know what? I am not going to let this one pass me by again. Like Carol said, once they start tallying up your little stars, it's like a mental thing because you want to hit all the stars and now you got to start over. Like it just doesn't count. And I missed it another year and they flew everybody who hit annual mentor to corporate office to discuss annual mentor. Now I hit it 5 years in a row before that, but the 1 year that I don't hit it, they fly everybody to corporate. And you know, I was really super upset. So another thing about annual mentor award, it's a little bit cooler, I think, than annual sales. Not only is it harder, but you can get bonuses on it. So if you didn't know this, if you get the people certified from May to April and they promote to lead consultant, you get an additional $25. But if you get them to promote to star consultant in that time frame, you get an additional $50 bonus. So on top of getting your bonuses, so you can get your annual sales over here for $1,000. With annual mentor, it's $25 per consultant, and I mean 25 per consultant. No, 25 per consultant. The bonus for lead for another 25, and $50 for star consultant. I think that's how it works out. So that is another option. So here is how the annual mentor award looks, similar to what Teresa was showing. It used to come in a bar shape, but I break them. Like, I don't know how I break them, but the bar comes out and they're super glued together. They're making these a lot better. And now I have a weird collection of these. Like I'm super psycho. Like I want these heavy awards. Then they send you a word for your wall with a plaque, which they've switched recently. It used to come in a wood frame. And now here is how the awards look, and this is what they are coming in these days. So you might have, if you have achieved these in the past, you have all these wood ones, and now this is what they are moving over to on that. And I don't think we're going to touch on this tonight, but there is a bunch of other awards, which are the sponsor of the month. It's not necessarily an annual thing, but it is a monthly thing. So there is a sponsor of the month, which is not nominated, but Scentsy will actually send you a little, whatever things, charms, and let you know that you are the top sponsor in your region. And there is the director consistency bonus, which that's another thing. And then you have the Alice Award, which I don't think we're getting into that tonight, but Teresa, if we got time, we might want to go over those.
Yeah, I know the whole call won't be annual sales and annual mentors, so we'll definitely touch that at the end. So I only earned annual mentor once, and this is my little circle award. It's heavy, it's not little, with a star on it. And I was very proud of this because it was so tough to do. But I wanted to say this. As Carol was mentioning, and Kelly, like all of this is absolutely attainable for any of us. It's just being intentional. But also what it does is it really leads you into the incentives that we have, that Scentsy has going on, whether it's an incentive trip in the fall or winter. If you're following what it takes to, earn annual mentor or earn annual sales, it's kind of like you're double dipping. You ever go to the store and you double dip on coupons or you stack coupons? That's kind of what you're doing with this. You can stack these incentives. If you're a new consultant, you can triple stack, with Sensational Start, annual sales, annual mentor. And then also it just slide you right into earning the spring summer incentive, which is currently keep going, keep growing, or the fall winter, the big trip incentive that we usually have. So it's very valuable beyond just the $1,000 and the amazing trophy that you get and the plaque that you get for your wall. It's really showing you how to build a very lucrative business long term. Is it easy to do? No one said life was going to be easy, but it's possible. That's the key word that you have to hold on to, not the non-easy part, but it's absolutely possible. I'm going to hand it back over to Carol.
Okay, I wanted to see also if Debbie wanted to weigh in on these awards, because I know she's earned them both. So Debbie, are you at a spot where you can chat for a sec? I know she's in her car driving.
Yes, I'm in the car and parked. I'll pull over.
Okay, go ahead, girl. Tell us.
Hi, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. And I have to say the first 2 years as a consultant, I did not earn annual sales or annual mentor. And the reason why I did not is because I thought the numbers were not attainable. When I looked at that $30,000, I'm like, can't do it. And I didn't even try to do it. So it's too big of a number. And same thing with annual mentor, like, can't do it. So after coming back for one of our reunions, I landed a fundraiser. So the fundraiser automatically brought me to annual sales. And that particular year, I don't even know how it happened, but I got annual mentor too. So my first time achieving them, I got them at the same time. And back then you had to recruit 21 people and they only had to be active back then when I got my first one. So when they changed it, I'm like, okay, this is impossible. There's no way I would be able to get 14 people to join and get them to certified. But I had to change my mindset. So what I started doing, instead of asking people to buy, I flipped it. I would always ask people to join first, book a party, purchase in that order. So in doing it in that order, my recruiting numbers went up. There's a tracker that I use, and the tracker used to be in the workstation. It's not there anymore, but there's a tracker. There's an annual sales and annual mentor tracker. I started using that tracker when they revised it and they changed it to 14 consultants to get promoted. Well, start using a tracker. So every year, I've only missed annual mentor one time after achieving it in 2012, but I've earned annual sales every year. So what I do with the annual sales, because I work a lot of events, of course, that's where my numbers came from. But the true test was last year, guys. The true test was last year. What happened? Due to COVID, I lost all of my events and I was not a party person at all. So I was at a total loss. So I thought, because of COVID. Well, I shifted my mindset and started developing some new programs. And in doing this, I developed this birthday link. That's one. I came up with a birthday link and also started talking about shopping links and also join links. So these links made it so much easier for me to get people to join and also purchase. So last year I earned annual mentor in 2.5 months. I earned annual sales in 5 months just because of these new things that I implemented, which really to me was super easy. It was easier than what I had done before, because doing the working events, it could be a little taxing, with having to go set up, break down and be there all those hours on your feet. So doing it the way I did it last year was so much easier because it was all done on the phone. So much easier. So, and something else, I don't know if anybody else mentioned this. When you get Annual Mentor, you're guaranteed to earn these trips at the top level. Because when I went to Africa, top 100, I was top 100 in Greece. That was the first one. Greece, Africa, Switzerland, top 100, and I got top 150 last year. So, and then I'm trying to remember. I think those are all the top trips. Oh, Disney. I earned Disney for 6. So when you get Annual Mentor, you're guaranteed to be a top earner with these trips. So I know a lot of people think that Annual Mentor is hard, but to me, it's easy. It's actually, to me, easier than sales. And I guess because I tell myself that. So I figure that, you know, if you tell yourself it's hard, it will become hard. And I've already set things up for May already. I already have 3 people lined up for May. 3 people. So you have to set this up early in order to achieve it. So that's my take on it. But you guys can do it.
Thank you, Debbie. One of the things I wanted to add in there too is, I think it was Carol that said a long time ago, don't ever leave any money on the table, right? I think that was Carol. And so with a 2,000 PRV a month, I don't ever want to lose out on the additional 5% on my whole commission every month. So my minimum goal every month is 2,000 PRV. Well, guess what? If you have 2,500 PRV every month, that lands you right into annual sales, okay? And let's say one month you fall a little bit shy when we have like a big mega month, like the child or whatever, you know, the Pumpkin King. I mean, you can blow that goal out of the water and make up for any infractions. Now, I want to say this, thanks to Dorothy, and Dorothy, you're up next, because I know you've earned some of these, I believe. Dorothy helped me with my very first successful fundraiser. The one I had, it was the same school, it was the same concept, and it yielded 0 PRV because I didn't have Dorothy. Literally 0. I dropped off all my packets and they told me to come back and pick them up a couple weeks later, and not even a pity order. Well, Dorothy walked me through. She gave me a whole bunch of documentation, a whole bunch of tips. And without that, it would not have been a success. That month, it was October of 2020 that just passed. I had a $9,000 month, which was insane. Yes, did I have to give the money over? I wrote an almost $2,000 check to the school. Yeah, I want to bless the community. I didn't need that much money myself anyway, but I had new connections. I earned annual sales. I think I have like 60,000 or ish in PRV for the 12 months. And this fundraiser helped drastically. It also helped me earn Disney. So I just want to let you know that if you're thinking, oh, that's kind of far-fetched, it seems, it's not. You just have to think outside of the box, and you can do fundraisers, you know, once, twice, how many ever times you want to a month. But there's so many ways that you can earn PRV by outside of just trying to get sales every single day, you know, random sales. So I wanted to share that with you guys too. And then we are going to share all the SSDs. We will, directors that are on here, we will share the trackers. Debbie mentioned the trackers, and I'm going to hand it over to Dorothy. Dorothy, if you can give some tips about how to earn these, how you have, and also about the trackers. Where can they find trackers electronically, and maybe even the paper version?
Okay, great. Yes, no problem. Thank you so much. And I didn't know that about your first fundraiser. That's interesting. I had no idea. So yes, so like Teresa said, these awards are really heavy and very nice quality. You know, you can present it proudly in your office or anywhere. Especially, you know, like when you do live videos and stuff, it's great for people to say, "Ooh, what's that behind you?" So that was for annual sales. And I wanted to back up, and I forgot what I was going to say about that. Darn it. Sorry, lost my train of thought. That was for annual sales. Oh, what Debbie had said about putting, by doing these awards, how it sets you up for success. I know Teresa mentioned that too, the whole business model, but also for the top tier in incentive trips and things like that, because the same year that I earned annual sales, I earned top 100, you know, it just kind of all fell into place. I was doing all the things, and it does. It just falls all into place. But the one thing that helped me, because I do use a planner and I have a lot of stuff on my planner, but what helped me is by using the tracker. The tracker kind of really breaks it down. I just printed this new one to start on Saturday. So starting May 1st, it tracks both the annual sales and annual mentor. So it's really great for anyone who's visual and has to see it right there on paper. We will, I've seen a couple of different trackers. This one is kind of fuzzy and I was looking for it and I can't, I'm going to continue looking for it so that we can share some with you guys. But by putting it down, by putting your sales down every month, seeing where you are, you know, because like the girls said, some months you may have huge PRV and then others not so much. But you can, by looking at it every single month and kind of reevaluate where you are, that can help you hit that goal. Without having a tracker, without writing it down, you know, you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I think I did good this month, or I think, you know, maybe I'll catch up the next month. But by writing it down on that tracker, you really see it. You can see where you are. And I love fundraisers. I know this is not about fundraisers, but if you start ahead of time, like knowing that a new season starts on a new year starts on May 1st, you know, start thinking about things, start thinking about what teams in the summer, you know, a lot of kids, soccer teams or, you know, just different sports, they travel during the summer. So they're looking to raise money during the summer too. It just doesn't have to be during the school year. And so start thinking about that now. Think about who you know that has kids and that, you know, what sports they do during the summer and things like that. So you can start reaching out now. You don't have to wait for a new school year to start because I've done summer fundraisers as well. The other thing,
what's your largest fundraiser PRV?
The largest fundraiser, it was 15,000. That was 2 fundraisers I did in November. And every year, like the same school, the same teacher kept coming back. The unique thing I want to say about one of my teachers that we do fundraisers almost every single year is she incorporated the fundraiser into her lesson plan, which was really, really neat. And so now, ever since she did that, like 3 years ago, I think, I kind of suggest that. And if any of the teachers come to me about having fundraisers, you know, she had it like, okay, this is our assignment. You know, how are you going to pitch? It was for a theater class. So how are you going to pitch the fundraiser to your family and friends? And that was their assignment. They got graded on it, and they got graded on different parts of doing the fundraiser. So it was really, really neat. And I think that's what helped them have such huge success. And it was just a huge group of 6th graders. So it was really neat. So yeah, so fundraisers, you don't have to wait for the school year. Think outside the box. Think about who you know, who your family knows, who your friends know, and start asking now. Don't wait. Get a jump start on it. And then the other thing I do want to say is, if you try to go for these awards and you don't get it this time around or next time around, that's okay. Keep trying, don't give up. I tried my hardest. I tried so hard, and I did recruit
She's leaving us in suspense. We're waiting. No, just kidding. Maybe she'll
not all of them certified. So some of them, if they I don't want, you know, I'm not upset. I'm not, you know, mad that I had a couple of kidnappers that joined, and there's only so much I could do. So now I'm going to start over for annual mentor on Saturday. I think that was it.
Good job, Dorothy. Thank you. That is excellent. We should probably have Dorothy talk about fundraisers. A lot of people are like, holy crap.
Talk about fundraisers for hours. I love talking about it. So soon.
I feel like we need a class on that. So yeah, Donna, you're right. It's half of annual sales in that one fundraiser. So I think it all depends on what are all your bars for. There's just a picture. They're not for anything. Oh, you're welcome for the happy mail. Okay. I lost my train of thought too. Shoot. Okay. Who else? Everyone has had a chance to see. Anybody who has earned annual sales want to share? Do you guys have any? I know we have lots of people in here that raise their hand. So would you like to share a tip on how you earned annual sales and what you feel is most important for those that might be struggling with earning? Because we would love to hear from you too. We had Danielle and Karen and Sarah and you can just unmute yourself, Amanda.
I'll go since Teresa called me out.
Okay, perfect.
So I honestly cannot believe that I made annual sales this year because I joined rejoined March of last year. And then I know most people know, at least in Purple Explosion, I was diagnosed with leukemia back in July and was in the hospital for like 40 days. And honestly, I kind of, Scentsy is my happy place. So I was like, let me focus on that instead of chemotherapy and being stuck in this room all day, every day. So I partied and I literally just used my phone and was like, who wants to do a party? Like help entertain me. Like I want to do a party with you guys. And those months were my slower months. But when I was out of the hospital and doing outpatient chemotherapy, I'd be laying in the infusion center, posted on Instagram, like making samples at work today, or, like rocking, mailing out happy mail, working my business while arsenic's getting pumped. So just like upping my social media game helped a lot. And then I've kind of set a goal for myself to do at least 5 parties a month, or shopping links. So I try to have at least 5 open every month. And I always have a catch-all, and I try to do mysteries like once a quarter, like a mystery host once a quarter. And that helped like tremendously.
That's great, Danielle. Thank you. And look at that. That is the prime example of perseverance. When you're given a real lousy plate, then you make the best of it. And you really did. And I know people who have been laying in a hospital bed, almost dying, and they were still selling Scentsy right out their thing. I mean, so I always say, hey, you've got a captive audience. They have to come in and check on you. So now you get to sell to them the whole time you're sitting there. So you want to make the best out of it, right? And I just can't believe it. That's really great. So thanks, Danielle, for sharing.
All my nurses and doctors and stuff too. And I would bring like Scentsy products into my room. I would have my husband bring in like the fragrance flowers or like a Scentsy Go. And I was like, bring it in here. And they would come in. They're like, what is that smell? That smells so good. And I'm like, let me hook you up. Here's some samples. Like, cause I still had like the scent of the month coming in, and I'd be like, here's a cube and a little pamphlet. Like I was pimping it out like nobody's business, playing the sick card.
I'd be like, I gotta pay for being in here, man. So come on. I'm gonna give you, help me, help you, help me. So just kidding. That's great. Okay, anyone else want to share that has done sales? What's a big tip? Or maybe you've just had really great months and you want to share how you got a really great month. Or Amanda, I see you're
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. So really, my goal every month is $2,000 PRV. So how are you going to do that? The easiest way is for $500 parties. I really strive to get every hostess to 500. Why? The free shipping, right? The $75 in free product, the half offs, like, so maximize your parties. I mean, and that's even 500 plus, right? So you could even get, even more than that. So I really the $500 party thing really is key for me. Obviously follow-ups, as well, the new customers and old customers, consistent follow-ups. You know, I have some customers that order 2 to 3 times a month, or, you know, I will drop off their order and give them a sample of the scent of the month. And then they're like, okay, well, I want 6 of those. So just be consistent with follow-ups and sharing samples. They do you no good staying at your house, right? So you can buy all the things, have all these good intentions. I can speak from experience. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make all the things. But until you get them out in the customer's hands, they can't try them to know if they'll like it or not. So definitely just, you know, $400 or $500 parties, you know, at minimum make that. And then obviously then in between, you're going to get those, you know, follow-up orders and stuff like that coming in on your PWS or whatever the case may be. So that's kind of really what's helped me.
Thank you, Amanda. You're the best. And see, and she's a partying queen. So she's like, let's get those $500 parties. Let's get that done. I just put in the chat my YouTube link. It was my convention talk about customer follow-up. So if you guys want to check that out, if you're struggling even getting to $500 in sales every month, this will get you there. I tell you, you know, the home office asked me to speak on it for convention last year because that's what I do best, are customer mailers. And oh, and we have another annual award. Yes, the Shining Star. I forgot all about that. So thank you, Teresa. So every year is the Alice Kalulimoku Shining Star Award. You have till the 30th. You have till Friday to nominate someone. And I believe Scentsy sent out an email. I know I saw one saying nominate someone. So every year they get tons of nominations. They go through each and every one of them and decide who best, no, what's the word I'm thinking of? Resembles? I don't know. Best emulates. That's probably the right word. Okay. Best emulates the core values of Scentsy, which are simplistic, authenticity, give more than you take. And so you want to make sure you nominate someone who you feel has really exemplifies. Thanks, Drud 000. I don't know who that is, but thank you. You guys and your names crack me up. Is that like 000? I'm like, what's 007? James Bond. that's what makes me think so. Nancy. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Thanks for your name. But yes, exemplifies. That's right. So we want to honor someone who has really done it. Previous honorees are A.D. Mitchell, let's see, Tracy DeMario. Last year was Heather Gorsuch. We've had Melissa Gratz, Jen Audette, Debbie Pitts-Palmer. DPP is a Shining Star, previous Shining Star recipient. So, and then, oh, Debbie just posted also in the chat her link to help with recruiting. So thank you. Yeah, some of us have some YouTube recordings that are already done that you guys can watch at your leisure. And anytime you want to try something new, and you don't have to, and that's another thing. I know we're going to share a lot of stuff tonight, and we share probably a lot of stuff every week. You do not have to implement every single thing that we share. You want to pick and choose and focus on what are your goals, what is your outcome in this business, and what do you need to work on. The thing with, if any of you guys are working towards an incentive trip, or maybe you fell short, the thing about incentive trips is it shows you where your weakness is in your business and like what you have to kind of work on. And so because it's sales and sponsoring equally in order to earn trips, sometimes your sales are phenomenal, but your sponsoring is down the toilet and you cannot control what other people do. So I saw earlier, somebody said, you know, their person's $200 away. You can want all day long and fingers crossed. But when it comes to that last day of the month, she's either going to poop or get off the pot. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't force her to do anything. And so that's where you incentivize, you call, you love on them. I'm going to take you to dinner. Just do it. You know, come on, get there. And so just know that you are a work in progress. And if you're doing better now than you've done in the past, you're winning. And so if your sales kick up next month and you do $100 more in a month than you did the month before, you are winning. We want you to continually work and strive to improve yourself. All we want to do here is lay out to you what is available for you to earn. It's your choice if you decide to pick up and start going. And so just know that we love you and we are here for you. And this is why we're sharing cool ideas, and we have everybody share, because you may connect with someone else or love, you know, what they're going to love what they're saying and how they work their business. So you follow them, right? Did anyone else want to share a couple tips or tricks? How Shannon I know you earned, I think. You want to share, Shannon? Come on, you know you can do it for me. You're the best. I'm just gonna force people to do it. Come on. Are you there? Wait, I can't hear you.
I think she has her headphones plugged in, so we might not be able to hear.
Oh, I think your headphones.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yep, I can hear you now. Yay.
Yay. I followed your follow-up. I mail about 100 mailers a month to all my customers that have purchased from me. And then I do postcards for the ones that haven't purchased in the last 3 months. And that's how I got my sales. I mean, it's in the follow-up.
Fortune is in the follow-up, y'all. I don't know. I cannot explain. People give you their information because they're okay with you messaging them. Until they literally tell you to kick rocks, you continue to follow up with them, to text them, to email them, or send them some. Who doesn't love to receive something in the mail, right? And so, I mean, come on.
I love your mail.
I know, right? Do your customers love getting things in the mail, though? Have they said they love getting your mailers?
Oh, they thank me all the time.
Yeah, because what do we always get mostly in the mail? Bills, spam,
Junk.
that goes right in the trash. But if you get this nice little gift that smells good, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to open that. So yeah, it's fun and awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
it works.
It does work. And they love the sample of the month, and you can do things. In fact, I'll show you. I'm getting mine together right now. And so I bought these cute blue envelopes that you can get. I think I got mine at envelopes.com. All that's in here is the scent of the month flyer and a product sheet. And then I'm putting in, oh, you can't see because of the stupid background. Hold on. Let me put it in front of my shirt. It's just a little felt sample with a sticker on it, and that's all that's going in here. And this all mails for a stamp to my customers every month. And I get orders from this because then I also take a cube of wax and I scent the outside. So I just rub the cube of wax on the outside of the envelope, and that makes it really smell when they get it in the mail. I'm pretty sure my mail lady hates me, but it's okay. She has
I like
to literally
that idea.
drive around with it all day long in her van. And in the summer when it's hot, it really smells up. She said, man, one time she picked up my mail and she's like, whatever you mailed the other day totally gave me a headache. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so this is it. This is super simple to send out. Anybody can do this, and it mails for a stamp. And then your customers are like, what is it? And so now I have my customers say, well, you send me all these square things. I'm not sure what to do with them. And I thought, I didn't think I had to be so specific to tell you what to do. But just smell it. It's just so that way they know if they like it or not. Teresa, did you have anything that you want to share about yours? Or
Well, as far as I was going to say, one of the things I wanted to mention, and I wanted to toss it over to Kelly about SFR. How does all of this tie into Scentsy Family Reunion? And yes, I'm putting in another shameless plug because we're getting ready to get to the end of the early bird registration deadline for Scentsy Family Reunion. So make sure that you register for that. But if you earn annual sales, if you earn annual mentor, if you earn someone's going to earn Shining Star, but it's usually just one person. But with Shining Star, if you don't earn it, or I think you do win that one, anything that someone wrote about you, sometime later on in the year when you're drowning in fall, winter sales, Scentsy will mail you a package of all of the, or now they won't, they'll actually send it to you electronically. And you get to read what everyone wrote specifically about you. So it's like everyone wins. But anyway, Kelly, can you talk about how all of these awards tie into the event, the annual event, the grand event of the year, Scentsy Family Reunion?
Sure. So you guys will go to the big event of the year. This year, it's going to be a little different, and I can tell you what it's going to look like because we went through it last year, unfortunately. But one of the cool things about this is probably my favorite part of the award, besides the recognition, because that's one of my love languages. You get to walk the stage. So not only, like, I know Shooting Star, Sensational Star at level 3 gets to go on stage, and they usually take a picture with Heidi Norville. I do know that that is getting to be a more common award, even though that's very hard as well. So I don't think they did take a picture the last time we had reunion because the crowd was so large and they didn't have the space for it. But annual sales and annual mentor actually get to go and walk the stage, and then up on the big screen is your name and lights. It's like a very emotional thing, waiting backstage in anticipation, and you come up to this podium and you have your name on a card, and sometimes they even have you write how it sounds because they screw everybody's name up all the time. So then if I say Kelly Rashaw, I'll spell it out really like slow because they'll say Kelly Rashaw or something crazy, or they used to call me Kelly Sky all the time, and it was not Kelly Sky, it was Kelly Ski. So you come into those situations which you don't even care how they mispronounce your name because you're out there, you're nervous as heck, you're looking for your friends, and they call your name, and you get the biggest butterflies you've ever had in your entire life. And then you have to hurry and you have to run around. Let's say it's a civic center or something. You have to run around because now they're going to call you for the next award. And you're running around like a chicken head trying to get around the damn stadium because they're going to call your name again. And I know Debbie knows this all too well because people are scrambling. And then they go through each of the awards. The coolest one, I think, though, is the Alice Award. They always try to fool everybody and how they're going to do it. I love to see what they come up with every year. And I've always thought, like, if Scentsy calls you like in the last 3 months of the year and they want you to do a video of some sort, like, you should be on alert because they're getting really slick. Like, they got really slick last year with Heather. And then the year before that, they had 6 people, which I thought was the coolest thing ever. They keep putting us on our toes though. So just when you think you know how the hell the Shining Star is going to go, they totally flip it and turn it upside down and you don't know what's coming. So that's a surprise. This year, you will see your names come across the screen. And they did something cool last year where, I don't know why they did this, but they had us sing a really weird song. And then they did this video of all of us singing this crazy song that I know I didn't know the words to. For some reason, my husband knew the words to it. And here we are singing this crazy song, and it comes on, and then your friends cheer for you. So they're probably going to do the same or similar. You're going to come up with, and you're going to lip sync the craziest song you never heard of, and you have to learn a couple verses of the words. So if they go with the same kind of thing, it'll be cool. One thing that you can do for reunion is, yes, it is virtual, but you can get together with any amount of team members. You could be a brand new consultant and you could have one friend. Maybe it's your sponsor, or maybe you became friends with your director, or maybe you put a post up in your group and said, hey, y'all, I'm going to be having TV and munchies at my house, or let's go outside and I'll put the TV outside and we'll watch it together. Maybe you want to meet up with your friends in Florida and get an Airbnb and watch it there. It does not have to cost money. You don't have to have a huge team. You can make Scentsy Family Reunion exactly what you want. You can go get some hair color spray from the Dollar Tree and some crazy antennas and look like you're part of the Scentsy cult, just like I said I would never do. And here I am living that Scentsy cult life to the fullest, purple hair and antennas and tutus and you name it. And you got to make fun out of it, because when you're sharing that excitement and you're sharing that on your pages, that's what is attracting people to get to you, to be that annual mentor or that annual sales. You are selling yourself. Yes, we sell a product, but at the end of the day, you guys, we are selling ourselves, our spirit, our attitude, and our positivity. And people fall in love with you more than they fall in love with the products. I can keep talking, Teresa, but
it's so true. No, it is true. We all drink the Kool-Aid eventually. So I'm just kidding. We all jump in no matter what you want to do or not. I posted in the chat that I do kind of love the virtual only because one, you get to watch all the breakouts. You didn't have to pick and choose. And when you're standing backstage for like an award, you miss a lot of what happens during awards night. I spent so long one year backstage. I'm pretty confident I missed the entire awards thing other than the time I walked down on stage. And then what Kelly was saying, like we went across the stage, then we had to go back and get back in line. And then we had to wait and wait and wait. And then we went back out again. And then we had to go back and get back in line. And then we had to wait and wait and wait and wait. And so I have pictures of like telling people how to spell my last name because my last name's Hauch, H-A-U-C-H. No one can pronounce it right. And so I was always like, how with a K, you know, and I was like, when you have the worst last name and you have to tell people. So I have a bunch of photos of me holding up my little index card to tell them how to say my last name. If it's Eldon though, he knows now how to say my last name, but when there were other people, they don't know you. Anybody have any questions so far? I know we're coming up on the hour. We appreciate your time. We want to be respectful of it. And we just want you to know that these awards are fun and exciting, but you know what? The best part about this business is being part of this family. And so if you earn an annual award or not, we still love you. We're still happy that you're here with us. And we are just wanting to give you guys all the information and so that you are armed and equipped and you're not, back when we first started Scentsy, there was no tracker, there wasn't anything. And so, you know, I missed out on earning things. I think Sensational Start, you guys luckily now have a tracker that tells you where you're at. We did not. I only earned Sensational Start level 1, and that was only probably by accident because we didn't have a tracker. We didn't know anything. And I also missed out on earning my first trip with Scentsy because I was 1 point short and of earning that trip. And the 1 point wasn't like $1. It was like I think it was like one recruit didn't certify or something like that. But I didn't know you had to have a total of 7 points, which doesn't sound like much, but each point was like a hard point to earn. But I lost it by 1 point because there's no tracker and I wasn't smart enough to track everything because I was just busy working my business and not knowing exactly how it works. And so called Google Keep. What?
Yeah, so Carol, I have an app that I keep track of on my phone, as well as the paper one, because maybe our planners aren't with us, and it's called Google Keep, and it's almost like a list taker. I share this app probably more than anything, but you can make right at the top of it, write annual mentor, and I number it 1 to 14. When they certify, I put their name, number 1, 2, 3, whatever. Obviously, you can do a quick glance and see. And then at the bottom of 1 to 14, if there's just a name, that means I got them in the door for May 1st, but they are not certified. So then obviously they move up. Then I have a separate list for annual sales, and then I will put annual sales. And then every month at the end of the month, I will put my cumulative total. So I don't have to go add that crap up, because if you guys have ever tried to do that, that's a pain in the butt too. To go back every single month and to add up your PRV to see where you are. I do mine at the end of every month, and then I just update my app, and I have a million lists in there. Like I have a friend to-do list, I have my grocery list, I have retreat list and all kinds of lists, but I do have an annual sales and an annual mentor in there for when you're on the go. And especially when it gets close like this, after about December, you really want to start looking without having to do all the hard work to it.
Wow, you just blew my mind. I need this Google Keep.
It will keep your life a little organized.
So, I mean, I need my
to-do list.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. Okay, well, everybody go get Google Keep. So at least, even if anything else, you can keep a list on you of all times of things that you need to work on. I like that. Is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you learned lots. I want to thank Teresa, Dorothy, DPP, Kelly, everyone for sharing tonight, all of Danielle and everyone who hopped on and gave us tips and tricks, Amanda and Shannon. We appreciate all of you guys. So you have a wonderful night.
Real quick.
Oh,
Next week on Dreamstra, we are going to have a special topic, which is going to be May the 4th be with you. So a lot of us are going to, I'm not a Star Wars person, but for that day I am going to be. So I'm going to have something fun that's Star Wars. I know Kelly is. So we want to invite all of you guys for one night, for 1 hour, to be a Star Wars geek with all of us. And we're going to play a fun game that you can play in your virtual parties. And we're gonna have a blast, and we're gonna go over some STOs because there's gonna be some fun stuff announced this week and next week. So it's gonna be a great time. Join us next week. And Carol, you have fun in what, Jamaica?
I'll be here. I'll be here next week. I was wrong. It's the week after I won't be here. But yes, I'm going to Jamaica.
Nice.
Just
Nice. Love it there.
burnt white girl. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a burnt white girl. I haven't seen the sun, so it's terrible. It's awful, but that's all right. It's going to be a blast. So yes, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thanks to everybody, and we will see you next week. This is so much fun. I love y'all. Have a great. Bye.